If you want a career that survives the next few years and thrives in the AI era, this is your blueprint. So whether you are an entrepreneur looking to scale your business with AI, or if you are stuck in a 9-to-5, dreaming of something bigger, well, in the next 20 minutes, I will be showing you exactly how to become the kind of person that companies cannot replace. Because you will be the one who adapts the fastest, learns the quickest, and builds assets that actually compound over time. So stick with me, and by the end of this video, you will have a 30-day plan that you can start today. Now, here's the truth. AI is not coming, it's already here. And the IMF, they say that nearly 60% of jobs in advanced economies are exposed to AI. And that doesn't mean that 60% are getting replaced, but it does mean that 60% will change, and the people who adapt will be winning. And employers, they are already changing what they value. So the World Economic Forum, they project that 39% of core job skills will shift by 2030, with analytical thinking, creative thinking, leadership and social influence, resilience and lifelong learning all on the rise. So what this actually means is that the soft skills plus AI literacy, it will give you an unfair advantage. Now, the good news with all of this is that using AI well can make you way more effective right now. And in a large real-world deployment, giving customer support reps an AI co-pilot has boosted productivity 14% on average and 34% for newer, lower skilled workers. And that's not theory, that is actual performance data. And in a controlled experiment, professionals using ChatGPT finished writing tasks about 40% faster with 18% higher rated quality. So yes, if you learn to wield these tools, you will get faster and better over time. So the game in 2025, it's very simple. Learn faster than AI automates. So in this video, I am going to be giving you the playbook. All right, now before we dive in, if you do not know me or if you're new to this channel, I am someone who's been in the trenches of this AI transformation for the past 2 years. But here's the thing. I started exactly where many of you may be right now. I was working a corporate 9-to-5 when I began building my AI agency all on the side. And within less than 6 months, I was making enough from AI services to quit my job and just go all in. Since then, I have built that agency into a 6-figure business, and I've worked with over 30 different companies across industries, and I have been on over 500 AI sales calls. So I have seen firsthand what works, what does not work, and what businesses actually need versus what they think that they might need. I also run a free community of over 11,000 AI enthusiasts and entrepreneurs where we just share resources and run competitions, and we just help each other navigate this space. So the link is down below in the description if you would like to join us. It's just a great place to ask questions directly to me and connect with others building AI-powered careers. But anyways, the point is if you are stuck in a job right now wondering if this AI thing is real, I am telling you it absolutely is, and you do not need to quit tomorrow to start building your future. Now, most people think that surviving AI just means going deeper into their specialty, and that's just completely wrong. Now, as Kevin O'Leary has said, if I was 25 years old today, I think everything is looking at AI now in a different way. The majority of businesses in America are between 5 and 500 employees. They all want you to use AI, and they will pay you. Mark Cuban, he put it perfectly. He said that the skills that you need for a job today are always the same. You need to be curious because everything is changing. You need to be agile because everything's changing, and you've got to be able to adapt. Now, here's what they understand that most entrepreneurs do not. It's not about how hard you actually row. It's about what boat you are in. And if you're familiar already, that is Warren Buffett's wisdom. And it applies perfectly here. The AI boat is the opportunity of our generation. But most people, whether they are just entrepreneurs or stuck in corporate jobs, they're making 3 critical mistakes. Mistake number 1 is that they think that they need to be AI experts. You do not. You just need to be one step ahead of the businesses who do not have the times to figure this out. I started making money in AI before I could even properly explain how large language models work. And I still don't really have to explain that to my clients, although it is very nice to know. But mistake number 2 is that they think that they need to code. And that's wrong again. AI has essentially democratized so much of what used to require programming, where you can now build powerful automations and create applications and solve complex business problems all using no-code tools and AI assistants. Now, the barrier to entry has never been lower than it is right now. And that's leading me to mistake number 3, is that they think that they are too late. So here's some data that might blow your mind. Now, according to research, there is 1,133 small businesses for every active AI agency in the United States. In digital marketing, it's 31 to 1. So we're not late, we're incredibly early. Now, from working with dozens of business owners and talking to people stuck in corporate jobs, I have identified 3 distinct situations that people often find themselves in, and each one does require a completely different strategy. So listen up. Path A is supercharging your current business or career. So this is not going to apply to everybody, but if it does, this is where you have built something good or you're in a decent position. You're not looking to scrap everything and start over. You just want to make your current work AI powered to give yourself an edge over competitors who are still doing things the old way. Now, the strategy here is you actually have some options. You can partner with an AI transformation agency or consultants to handle the technical implementation while you focus on strategy and the execution. Or you yourself can start implementing AI solutions yourself, just using the no-code tools that I will show you later on. And the key here is just understanding what is possible and how to actually implement it strategically, not necessarily becoming a technical expert yourself. And path B, this is monetizing your industry expertise. So this is where you have got years of deep industry knowledge, connections, and credibility in your own space. So maybe you're an expert in your field, but working for someone else. Or maybe you are a business owner who sees AI opportunities everywhere, but just doesn't necessarily have the technical skills to actually capitalize on them. Now, the strategy here is that you have several paths forward. You can partner with the technical team again and leverage your industry expertise to just identify opportunities and maybe make some introductions while they handle the implementation. But you can also start learning and implementing AI solutions yourself, just using the tools that I will be showing you later on in this video. Now, many successful AI consultants, they have started by solving problems in their own industry first and then expanding from there. And the key is just to start monetizing your knowledge while you are learning, not waiting until you are an expert. And then lastly, we have path C, which is just building a new AI first career or business. So this is where you're going to be ready to actually completely shift directions and go all in on AI. Maybe you're in a dead-end job or a stagnant industry, or you just see the massive opportunity here and you want to capture it fully. So the strategy here is going to be using what I call the potential framework. And this is essentially a system that simultaneously builds your technical skills, your personal brand, and income generation. And this is how people go from corporate jobs to 6 figures in the AI space in under 12 months. Every successful AI business, they need to overcome 3 different hurdles. Number 1, technical expertise, where you need a knowledge gap over your prospects. Number 2 is consistent lead flow. Obviously, with no leads, that means no business. Number 3, we have authority and credibility, because people need to trust you with their business. Now, most entrepreneurs, they tackle these one by one and just waste months. The potential framework, this clears all 3 simultaneously. And this is more or less how I went from 0 AI knowledge to multiple 6-figure AI businesses. Now, here's the system. You need to pick one AI area that interests you. Maybe it's automations, maybe it's agents, whatever. Learn the basics through free resources. So for example, I have hours of content on this, but you can find the quality training everywhere now. For example, I have hours of content on this, but you can also find quality training basically anywhere now. From there, you are immediately starting to solve real problems with it. So start with your own business challenges, then help people in your network. But here's the key. You need to document everything. So start making content about what you are learning and what you're building. And what this is doing is it's creating an unstoppable upward spiral where you are learning new skills that gives you content material. Your content also builds your authority and brings you leads. And these leads will give you real world experience. And then the experience is going to make you better at the skills. And with better skills, this comes better content, which brings more leads. So it's just a positive feedback loop. We're really a flywheel that's feeding itself. So for example, like I started making videos about AI automation. I got leads literally from those videos. I used those client projects to get better at automation, and then that helped me make better videos about more advanced techniques. Now, within about 6 months, I had more leads than I could handle. Now, based on working with more than 30 businesses and 500 sales calls, I have learned that most people overthink what skills they actually need. The AI space, it loves to make everything sound complicated, but the truth is actually very simple. First, you just need to understand how to actually communicate with AI effectively. And this isn't just about memorizing prompts templates. It's more about knowing how to actually break down problems and get AI to produce exactly what you need for real business situations. So whether you are using Claude or ChatGPT or any other tool, the ability to guide AI towards useful outputs is going to be your foundation. Now, second, you need basic automation thinking. So you do not need to know how to code, but you do need to understand how different tools can actually connect together. So tools like N8N or Make.com and Zapier, they just let you build sophisticated workflows without writing a single line of code. Additionally, understanding APIs at some basic level, really just essentially how different software applications talk to each other. And what this is doing is it's going to unlock massive possibilities for you. So third, you need to develop pattern recognition for AI opportunities. So what this means is that you need to look at repetitive tasks in any business and see where AI can step in. And the more that you practice this, the faster you will be spotting opportunities that other people often miss. Everything else, personal branding, sales, project management, client relations, those are all just business skills that you either already have or you can develop as you go, just like I've been doing myself. Now, the AI specific knowledge, this is actually pretty straightforward once you start applying it to real problems. Now, here is the reality. The best ways to learn AI, it isn't by following some rigid curriculum or just memorizing tools. It is actually just by solving real problems that are costing you or businesses time and money every single day. So what I want you to do is I want you to start with pain points, either your own or just ones that you see in businesses around you. So this approach, what it's doing is it's forcing you to learn tools all naturally while you're building something that actually matters. So within the first week, you will identify and attack your first pain point. So start with something that annoys you personally, or something that you see wasting time in your workplace. Maybe it's spending an hour every week just formatting reports and manually scheduling social media posts, or having to research the same types of information just over and over again. So what you have to do is pick one pain point and commit to solving it with these AI tools. Don't just worry about building the perfect solution. You need to be focusing on getting a working version that actually saves time. So you can be using ChatGPT to help you break down the problem and research potential approaches, and also guide you through this implementation. From there, just document what you learn. So not for content purposes necessarily, but also because you will forget the details of what worked and what did not work for you. Now with week 2, you want to solve somebody else's problem. So now that you have tasted success with your own challenge, you need to find a problem in someone else's work. So this could be a colleague, or it could be a friend who runs a business, or even a small business that you often go to that has obvious inefficiencies. And the key here is that you're just not trying to build a complex system. Instead, what you're doing is you're looking for simple wins that actually demonstrate AI's value. So maybe it's just helping a restaurant automate their social media posts, or showing an accountant how to use AI for client communication. So this week, it's going to teach you how to translate your problem-solving approach to different contexts and industries as well. Within week 3, this is going to be exploring what's actually possible. So by now, you should have solved a couple of real problems, and you're starting to understand how AI tools work. And this is when you expand your knowledge of what's possible in the AI space. This is where you will want to spend some time exploring different categories of AI solutions. And this is where you can look at automation tools like N8N or Make.com to understand, these workflow automation tools. You could also try different AI coding assistants like Claude Code or Lovable to see how you can build these applications, without the traditional programming. Also, to start experimenting with AI agents using tools like maybe Crew AI or Pydantic, which are just essentially Python libraries. And the goal isn't to master everything, but instead it's really just to understand the landscape of possibilities so that you can start spotting opportunities that others are missing. Week 4, this is building your first end-to-end solution. So you should be taking everything that you learned and build something that is going to be more substantial. And this should be a complete solution that does solve a real business problem from start to finish. So maybe it's just a system that takes a customer's inquiries and then categorizes them, and then actually drafts responses and routes them to the right department. Or maybe it's an automation that monitors competitor pricing and updates your own pricing accordingly. So the complexity with this, it doesn't matter as much as the completeness. You really just want to experience the full cycle of identifying a problem and then designing a solution, implementing it, and seeing impactful real results. Now, the best ways to build AI expertise, it is not through theoretical study. It's through consistent, practical problem solving. So here is the daily routine that will compound your skills faster than any course or tutorial. So every day, you will want to spend 30 minutes on what I call the AI problem solving reps. So this is where you find one small task that is just bothering you, or somebody around you and figuring out how to solve it with AI tools. So maybe it is just automating a weekly report and improving how you research competitive intelligence or streamlining customer communications. And the key is consistency over complexity. So a simple solution that works, it beats a sophisticated idea that never actually gets implemented. And as you are building these daily wins, you will naturally be discovering new tools and learning how different AI systems are working together, and develop the pattern recognition that separates AI-powered professionals from anybody else. On top of this, document your wins and your failures. So again, this isn't for social media necessarily, but it's mostly because you will start seeing patterns in what works across different types of problems. And this in turn, it's going to become your competitive intelligence for spotting bigger opportunities. And in a sense, it will be your moat. All right, now let me just give you the exact tools that I use to run multiple AI businesses with real context for how each one fits into your particular workflow. So for any business operation, you can use Claude, you can use ChatGPT, and this is going to serve as your thinking partner for any business analysis, content creation, and strategic planning. Now, personally, I use both of these daily just to break down complex problems or draft client communications, and even help structure my thoughts just before any important meetings. Now, N8N or Make.com, these are your automation workhorses for connecting different business tools without any coding at all. So you can think of them as the digital equivalent of hiring an assistant who never sleeps. So they can just move data between your CRM and your email platform and your project management tools all automatically. Now, things like Crew AI, this is going to let you build multi-agentic systems where different AI agents are handling different parts of a complex workflow. So for example, one agent is going to research a topic, another agent is going to write content about it, and a third agent is going to format it for different platforms. Now, you can be using this with N8N, but I do advise using things like Crew AI or Pydantic because it's allowing for more scalable builds. But you can absolutely be building, pretty complex agents with N8N. So don't think that you have to be learning things like Crew AI because it is a little bit more advanced. Anyways, you can consider Lovable, and this is going to be pretty game changing for simple business applications without any traditional programming. So you can just create customer portals or any internal tools or even basic SaaS products just by describing what you want. And if you are interested in learning how to do this, then check out the video preceding this video. And I go over completely how to build out web apps and everything, all using Lovable. Now for client delivery, Claude Code, this is going to help you build custom solutions, even if you have never written any code before. So I've used it just to create everything from simple calculators for clients to more complex data processing tools. Things like N8N or Zapier, they're going to connect all your business tools automatically, but it's especially powerful for client work because you can just set up sophisticated workflows that make you look like you have a team of assistants all working behind the scenes, which is awesome. Now Notion, this isn't really much of an AI tool, but it does have AI segments within it. But this can handle all your client documentation or project management, all while helping you maintain professional communication standards. So it can draft project updates and create meeting agendas and even structure proposals. But just keep in mind that it can be a little bit gimmicky. Next, for business growth, we have Perplexity, and this is going to excel at market research and competitor analysis because it is giving you real-time information with its sources. So this is especially invaluable when you're just trying to understand a new industry or maybe validate any business opportunities. So this is going to be especially invaluable when you're trying to understand a new industry or maybe just validate business opportunities. Next, you can be using Buffer with AI features, and these are essentially going to automate your social media presence while maintaining your voice and engaging with your audience all authentically. So the key with all of these tools, it isn't just mastering a few that directly impact your ability to solve problems and deliver results. So the key with all of these tools, it isn't using every single one. It's really just mastering a few that directly impact your ability to solve problems and deliver results for yourself or for your clients. All right, now before we dive into the biggest traps to avoid, I do want to mention something for those who want to accelerate this entire process, where if you're looking for help implementing everything that we have just covered, and you just want to speed up your learning curve of building your own AI-powered career or business, we are taking on just 2 more people to work one-on-one with myself and my team, where we will literally guide you step by step through starting and growing your AI venture and teaching you everything from A to Z, whether that's how to source and find clients, how to build relevant solutions, or how to position yourself in the market. Now, we guarantee that you will land paying clients or see significant career advancement within 90 days. And if you do not, we offer a full refund. But just to be clear, this mentorship isn't needed to be successful, and it's not for everybody. Now, everything that I have shared today, it is actionable on its own. And this is really just for those who have been asking for this sort of, this kind of intensive support and wants to learn our exact frameworks and systems to build faster. So we are very selective naturally about who we work with, which is why we only take on about 2 people at a time. So the application link is down below in the description. But again, you absolutely do not need this mentorship to be successful. It's simply an option for those who want to fast track their results. But now I want to be covering the biggest AI career traps, and there's going to be 5 different ones. So starting off with the first one, this is going to be tool collecting instead of revenue generating. So please do not get distracted chasing every new AI tool, because it can be very distracting. Just pick 3 that directly impact your bottom line and start mastering them, whether that's N8N and Lovable and Supabase. Master those, stick with them, then move on to more. Trap number 2 is perfectionism over profit. Your first AI implementation, it does not need to be perfect. Mine definitely were not. It just needs to be solving a real problem and generate revenue. Over time, you will be learning things, taking notes from all of these projects and things that you are working on. You will take these learnings and you can take them to your next project. So in time, you're going to be getting better and better. So after your first client, you're going to move on to your second client and have a better solution than the preceding one. But anyways, let's move on to trap number 3, which is going solo when you should partner. Now, the biggest AI business wins, they really do come from combining your entrepreneurial skills with technical expertise, not just trying to do everything yourself. So do consider partnering up with 1 or 2 other people. My business completely shifted when I decided to really give up the reins and allow somebody else to take care of the technical and hiring any other technical person and really just taking over project management. Trap number 4 is focusing on features instead of outcomes, because clients, they do not care about your AI workflow. They just care about results, whether that's more leads, lower costs, or faster processes. That's all they care about. They just want to reach their goals. And trap number 5 is the no business model. Now, building any cool AI stuff, it isn't a business. Having a system to consistently generate revenue from AI services, that is a business. So keep that in mind. But listen, we are living through the biggest business opportunity since the internet. So the question is not whether AI will change business. It's whether you will be the entrepreneur leading that change or watching others actually profit from it. Now, I have shown you 3 different paths based on your situation, given you the frameworks that actually work, and provided you with a 30-day blueprint that can start generating revenue immediately. And remember what Peter Thiel told Mark Zuckerberg. In a world that's changing so quickly, the biggest risk that you can take is just not taking any risk at all. So your AI-proof entrepreneurial future, it starts with your next action. So just pick your path, build your first automation, document your first insight, and the entrepreneurs who do act now, they will be dominating the next decade. So thank you guys for watching. If you have stuck around this far, make sure to like, subscribe, and drop a comment if you found this interesting, or any other videos that you would like to see in the future. But with that being said, make sure to join our free school community. The link is down below in the description, and I will see you guys in the next video.